All right, well, in my last video, I did a puzzle that was only black dots and X's, and I don't quite have a white dot and V puzzle today. I know that 2210th could be working on one of those, but I do have a puzzle that's just white dots today, and so I thought that would be interesting to do. Um, and this is called Differential Hourglass by Xenonetix, is how I'm assuming that's pronounced. And I briefly got excited because I thought their name was a palindrome, but it's not quite. Um, but anyways, I find palindromes interesting, and for a second I thought they had a palindromic name, but not quite. But on to the puzzle. Differential hourglass. The only rules we need to know today are normal Sudoku rules, and that the white dot indicates the difference between the two cells, and there are a lot of white dots. I don't believe there is a negative constraint. Well, obviously there couldn't be a negative constraint when you have white dots with lots of different numbers, because every single cell could have a white dot. So, yep. And the white dots are not just a difference of one today, like they are with a crop key puzzle. So for example, right here, these two are going to have to be, 1 and 3 or 5 and 7 or something, the difference of 2. And that's it. That's all the rules. Link in the description as usual if you want to try this puzzle out yourself. I'm going to give it a shot now, and we shall see how it goes. So we've got these long strings of digits. You've also kind of got, you could look at this as a string here, but you could kind of do a whole circle here, actually. But the problem is, so these two are a difference of 2. These two are a difference of 3. But that doesn't mean that these are a difference of 5 necessarily. Because you could go up 2 and then back down 3. Like, 4, 6, 3. Or you could do 4, 6, 9. So we don't really know for sure. Now these, with the difference of 2 and then 2 again, these two have to be a difference of 4. Because you can't go up 2 and back down, or you'd be back to the same digit. But there's so many. Any digit. They could still be any digits in there. Are these the same? 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 2, 2. Yeah. So these, it's symmetrical. Are they all symmetrical? The whole puzzle. 3, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2. Yeah, I think it is. I think the whole thing is symmetrical left to right. Right here. Okay, so like we said up here, these have to be a difference of 4 because it's 2 and 2 again. We've got a 4 and a 4, so these two have to be a difference of 8, which makes them 1 and 9, and that makes that one a 5. And we've got our first digit. Now these are going to have to be 2 and 8, and now... Oh, and so, okay, good. So then the 2... So I was going to say we don't know... We're going to have 4 options up here, but we're not, because 2... can't go down 2, it'd be at 0, and 8 can't go up 2, it'd be at 10. So this has to be 4 or 6, same down here. And this can't be 5, because we've already got the 5 in the middle, so that has to be 3 or 7. This one's 3 or 7. So we've got some progress. Now, what about over here? Same kind of thing. The 2 couldn't go down. The 1 can't go down, the 9 can't go up, obviously. So this is going to be 3 or 6. Same over there. And then... And again, so this went... If this is 3, that was a... Oh, wait, sorry. That's wrong. That's wrong. 4. 1 plus 3 is 4. Math. All right, so... Right, and now the 4 and the 6... When they move 2, they can't go... The 4 can't go to the 6, because the 6 will be on the other side, and the 6 can't go to the 4. So these are going to have to be 2 and 8. That leaves 3 and 7, and the extra ones... Hold on. Banjo. No. All right. Dog was chewing on the cords. He's still a puppy. He's learning. We got 1 and 9 left in the column there. So... This is setting up to be, we're going to have pairs everywhere, and then the 6 and the 4 is going to somehow disambiguate it, so we can fill all of those in. Okay, so I guess now we should look, well, right here. So if this is, right, if this is 4, then it's going to be 2, 4, 6. If this is 6, it's going to be 4, 6, 8. Same down here. I guess we need to do this part next, probably. Well, or maybe we could go the verticals. They're the same on both sides, and they both start with 4, 6. So, see, now we are going to have more options because the 4 could go to 1, or if it's the 4, it's going to be 1 and 7. If it's the 6, it's going to be 3 and 9. But we don't know. So one of them's going to be 4, right? So it's going to be 1, so we could still put these in there. One of these sides is going to be the 4 with the 1 and the 7. One's going to be the 6 with the 3 and the 9. So let's just, all right, I'm gonna do this a little bit different. I'm gonna do the 4 on one side and the 6 on the other, even though we don't know which side is which, and then I'll kind of combine the options. So 4 would be 1 and 7, and then 3, 5, or 9. The problem is the 7 can have 5 or 9. And then, okay, and so we're saying this is 4 temporarily. 1, 7. One of them is going to be 1, 3, 6 at one end. The other one is going to be 7, 5, and then you'd have 2 or 8, or it could go 7, 9. Can't go 7, 9, 6 because you got the 6 from the other way, but 4, 1, 3, 6, 4, 7. Yeah, there's quite a few options there actually. All right, I'm gonna change my mind and go back. Just put the 4, 6 in there. I'm gonna look at these across ones instead. So these two are the same. And maybe this is the place to look. Well, I guess the other one could have been the same thing. But we got the 6 and the 4, so I'm hoping maybe that'll help. All right, so 3 and 7. So let's just start with 3, because one of them is going to be 3 and one's going to be 7. This is going to be 1 and 5. And then you would have, so, oh, okay, so one end, yep. So if it's 3, you're going to have 1 and then 4 on one side or the other. So down here, if this is 3, it would have to be 1 and 4 because of the 4 here. So let's just go with that. 3, 1, 4. This would be 5. This would be 2 or 8. This would be 2 or 6. Right, this couldn't be 2, because if it's 2, you're going to have to go to 4 again, but you've already got the 4. So this would have to be 8 and 6, so this would be 2. So if the 3 is down here, it's going to have to be... Actually, it's that order no matter if the 3 is at the top or the 3 is at the bottom, because if the 3 is at the bottom, you have to have it this way to keep the 4 away from the 4. But if the 3 is at the top, you have to have it in the same order to keep the 6 away from the 6. So it's this order either way. All right, let's try 7 and see what happens. So you've got 5 and 9 then. Oh, and then you have 6. So it's got to be the other way around. Yep. 6. I'm hoping there's a 4 at the other side here so that has to be the same order. This is going to be 4 or 8. This would be 2 or 8. It can't be 8 because then it would come back down to 6. And we've already got the 6. So this has to be 8 and 4. Perfect. So this one is the same way. If it's the 7's at the top, it has to be in this order to keep the 6 on the left. If it's at the bottom, it has to be in that same order to keep the 4 on the right. So now we can fill in the other options because we don't know if the 3 or the 7 is at the bottom or the top yet. So those are the options, and it has to be in that order. So that's good because I was worried we were going to have 4 possibilities on those, but we don't. And now we've got a 2, 4 pair, so that's going to give us the 6, which makes this an 8, and now we're going to have column 5 pretty much figured out here, which is great. That's a 2. Is that going to help us anywhere else? Don't know that it is. And we don't know the 3 and the 7 yet. Oh, we do, because this is 6. Right, so we don't have 4 options here anymore because we know the 4 and the 6. So this is 3 and 9, making that a 7. This one is 1 and 7. Now, do we know? So one of these is going to be a 1 or a 5. And the other one's going to be a 7. So there's definitely a 7. Okay, right. So there's definitely a 7, right? Because the 9, one of these is a 9. It's going to have a 7. Because it can't go up, it's got to come down. Whichever one is the 7 then has to go to a 4. And so the other one can't be a 1, or it would also have to go to a 4. So these actually have to be 5 and 7, and then it's going to be 5, 2, or 7, 4. Nice. Okay, and then what do we have left? 1 and 8. What's remaining in the column there. And then, let's see, over here. So 4, one of them is going to be a 1, which is then going to go to 3 and 6. The other one's going to be 7, which could do 9, but it would also have to go to 6. So it's going to have to be 5 to go to 8. And that gives us 2 and 9 left in the column. I guess we could do what's left in these rows too, couldn't we? Oh, we don't quite know, because this is 1, 3, 5, or 5, 7, 9. So there's definitely a 5 in the middle. So there's more than, I'm going to stick with our 2 options for now. There's more than 2 right now for those, so let's not do those yet. So where else do we look now? Well, we've got 2, 4, and 2, 4. So where can you put a 2, 4 in this box? They've got to be right there. And I'm guessing, yep, since it's symmetrical, we can do the same thing with the 6, 8 over here. And that leaves 5 and 9 there, and 1 and 5 there. So let's see what I'm trying to see where to look next. Okay, so I noticed we got 5s, we got 4s. There's definitely, it's a 4 and a 6 up here. So where can we put a 6 over here? We can't put a 6 here because of that one. There's definitely a 6 up here. It has to be a 4 and a 6. And so the only place is here. And so then I'm assuming 4, yep, 4 is going to be up here because it's symmetrical. But does that give us anything else? Don't know that it does. Okay, so where do we go now? Let's see, what's in the middle here? 3, 4, 6, and 7. Do we know anything about those? I don't think we do. 8 can be almost anywhere in here. 7, oh, there's a 7. Right, this 7 here eliminates those. So there's definitely a 7 here. I don't know what that does for us. 3 means there's a 3 up here. There's a 3 down here and a 7 up here somewhere. All right, I'm going to look at these outside ones again. So if this is 1, 3, 5, then we have 7 and 9. If it's 5, 7, 9, then we have 1 and 3. I guess there's not too many options then, is there? Okay. Because there would be more than 2 options, but the 3 and the 7 here fix those, and that's going to be the same down here because it's symmetrical. These are the same as up there. So it's got to be something. I thought for sure we were going to get something down here where one of the options was a 4 or a 6 up here or something. Because the 6 and the 4 have to somehow fix our pairs. So let's see. 1, 2, 3. 3 can be a lot of places. 4, 5. Well, we know 5 has to be. There's the 5s there, so 5 has to be in one of those. And over here. Oh, there we go. I don't know if that's going to fix all of it, but okay. Let's look over here. Not this side. This side. 5. We've got a 5, 9 pair, so we can't put a 5 in any of those. So the only place you can put a 5, we can't put one there, there, there. Obviously not there. There has to be a 5 in one of those. And that gives us the 7 there. And now you can't put a 5 in it, so this has to be a 5. I'm guessing we can do the same thing up here, right? The 1, 5, yep, eliminates 5 from those. There has to be a 5 up here. That makes that a 3. And now that we've got the 7, this is 4 and 9 and 3 and 5 and 2. 4, 5. This is going to give us all of these. So this has to be 5, 7, 9, 6, 8. The 7 over there gives us the 1. The 9 gives us the 3. 9, 2, 1, 3, 5, 8, 6, 7. This is going to give us everything, isn't it? This has to be 1 and 7 and 5. Let's see. The 1 there gives us the 9 and the 1. Oh, and we can fill up in this middle column too. So this is going to be 4, 2, 8, 6. Can't be 6 anymore. The 1 up here gives us the 8 and the 1, and the 9 gives us the 2 and the 9. And now I think it's just going to be normal Sudoku stuff. 6 and 8 and 5 and 9. And what's left in the middle here? 1, 2, 3, 4 and 7. Which we don't know yet. Okay. 3 and 6. Yep, can't quite do those yet, but I bet we will shortly. Okay, so crossed here. 3, 7, and 8. This one has to be the 3, because we've already got the 7, 8. So these are 7 and 8. These are not 4 or 8, because we got the 7, 8 pair. 2, 6. This is 1 and 9 in that order. Over here, we've got 3 and 8 in that order. 1 to finish the column. 7 and 9, which has to be that order because the 9. 2 and 5 for the column, which are in that order because of the 5, and that 2 gives us 4, 8. This is going to be 2 and 3. And this is 7. All right, now we just got to do this last little bit. This is 2, 4. Oh, well, of course, the 1, the dot 1 dots, we can get those because of the ones. The 1 has to go with the 2, 5 with the 6, 9 with the 8, 5 with the 4, and that will disambiguate the rest of these. 7, 8, 7, 2 down there, and then the 3 gives us the 6 and the 3, and there we go. That is the solution to Differential Hourglass by Xenonetix, something like that. And that was an interesting puzzle. It took a lot longer than I thought it was going to disambiguate all of our pairs. And it didn't happen the way I thought. I thought we were going to end up with, like a 3 and a 4 in one of these cells down here, and then the 4 would eliminate, or, something with 6. And instead, we actually did it with the 5s, which I was not expecting. So that was kind of cool. It was a nice surprise. Um, yeah, it was kind of neat using how it was all symmetric and just the 6 and the 4. Now, I'm assuming probably is the whole thing symmetric? Um, so let's just see. 1 9 1 9 1 9. Yeah, it is. The whole grid is symmetric. So the digits that add up to 10 are rotationally symmetric essentially. So the 4 with the 6, 4 with the 6, 3 with the 7, 2 with the 8, and it's going to be that way all the way around the grid. Which I know some people don't always like because they feel like it makes the puzzle too easy. And, there was times where I used that for sure, where I said, well, I was able to do this down here. I bet I can do its counterpart up here and check. And, yep, it worked. So, I mean, in some ways, it makes the puzzle easier. But, easy doesn't necessarily mean bad. So I think it's fine. I thought it was cool. And it's just, it always is. It looks nice when it's symmetrical. So that was a fun puzzle. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Let me know what you thought, how you did with it, and I'll see you again soon with another puzzle. Thanks.